Hello everybody. We are here for day number 9 of 12 days of Christmas crafting. So let's open up day number 9 of our 12 days of crafting advent calendar. Drum roll. Let's open up number 9. See what we have in here. Maybe. I don't think number 9 wants to come open for us. Oh. Ooh, what do we got in here? Let's see. Oh, it looks like some more paper. But these are cute little squares. Oh, those are perfect to set on a card and just do a little sentiment on there. These are perfect size. Oh, look, and some of them already have sentiments on there. They are double-sided. Oh, these are really cute. Perfect for journaling, or if you do any scrapbooking, you could use these for little scrapbook elements. So those are super cute. Then we've got some little, it looks like some little die cut images here. It looks like there's quite a few of them in there. We've got a little bird in there, a little leaf. We've got quite a few of them in there. Look at these. These are perfect for stamping sentiments on. Oh, that's cute. Look how cute it looks with that paper. Oh, these are fabulous. Look at that little tag. Oh, that would be cute on there too. So lots and lots of goodies in this little advent calendar. Geez, it makes you wonder, how much more can they do? We've still got 3 more to go. And it's just kind of crazy to think that there's still so much more in here. So we will have to see what else is in here, because we've got 10, 11, and 12 left to go. So super fun. Okay, so for today's cute little gift, I'm going to be doing a card and a little gift box that is going to be filled with some yummy little candies that are great little gift ideas. So let's go ahead and get started with the card first. I have got a piece of Pool Party, 8.5 by 5.5, just a standard size card. There's my card base. Then I've got a piece of basic white. That's going to then go on there like so. I've got a piece of gold foil. We're going to use that next. And then I have brought in some of the beautiful, this is called Traditions of Christmas, beautiful specialty designer series paper. And so for that, I'm going to be bringing in these 3 little strips here. So we're going to be putting the strips on our piece of gold foil like that. Isn't that pretty? So let's go ahead and get those adhered first. You'll be able to check this all out over on my blog, pinkbarnstamper.com. That's where you'll find a list of the supplies that I have used and some of the measurements, so you too can create these fun little gifts. Okay, let's do this center one. Okay, that is what I need. Then this is going to go on my sheet here. Now, I was debating whether or not I want to use the gold twisted thread or if I want to use the open weave. I think that open weave might be kind of pretty on there, so we might just go with that. Now I did cut out a little label here from that is from the traditional labels. That's the stamp we're going to use. And then I used, where did I just put the dies? It's also the traditional labels dies. Here they are. So I just used the little oval there. So what I'm going to do with this is I was debating whether or not I wanted to run this. Yeah, I think I'm going to go that way. Okay, so we're going to use that. I'm going to use Just For You. I'm going to take my little powder puff here and some of the Versamark. I need to grab my gold embossing powder. So I'm just going to stamp that right in the center-ish of that. And move those out of the way so we don't get any of our embossing powder on that. And then I am going to grab my tweezers for this. And get that nice and embossed up. I'm going to kind of shake it on there, get that pretty filled with our ink, or with our powder. Okay. I'm going to set that aside. Let's get this closed because we don't want any of our heat hitting any of that and activating that. I'm going to grab my heat tool here. I'm just going to heat that up. Okay, just like so. Then I'm gonna place that right like that. Now, I'm not sure if I want this to go underneath that. I think I do. I think I want it to go under. And then we'll pop that up. Not actually, I'm gonna go with this straight down. Like so. Then I'm gonna take this and I'm going to figure out where my placement's going to be. Bring this over here and just tie a knot. Just like that. Grab my snips so I can cut this off. I think I want that moved over just a tiny bit. There we go. Now I'm going to adhere this to my card base. Just like that. Then we're going to put some dimensionals on the back of our label here. And that is going to go over my ribbon. Just like that. And then we are going to add I was trying to figure out which ones I like better. We have those, or we have these. These actually go with this designer series paper. These are called traditional sparkling sequins, or we've got some of the flower accents. I was thinking the blue or that pool party might be kind of pretty on here. So let's just go ahead and do that. I'm going to put one there, and then go in with a small one and go right there. There we go. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, I like that blue. You could go in with the gold as well, whatever embellishments you have, but isn't that pretty? Very quick, easy, simple card. Let's put an inside to this. So I'm just going to use another piece of white and that same designer series paper. I'm just going to run that down the side there. Cut off the extra here. Okay. Then open that and we can place that right in the center. And then we've got a beautiful card. And then we are going to make our little gift box to match. So cute, right? Oh, love this little layout. So we're going to set that aside. I'm gonna move some of my garbage here, and then we're going to get out our paper trimmer and do some scoring on my two pieces that I have here. So for the bottom of my little gift box, we need two pieces that are 7 1/4 by 4. And here's that designer series paper, the same paper that I used right there. And then the bottom of my box is going to be pool party. And so what we're going to do on both of these is we're going to score them both at 1 1/4, but we want the lid to be a little bit loose over the bottom so you can pull the lid on and off. So I'm going to show you how we're going to do that. For the bottom, we're going to score this all sides at 1 1/4, and I'm doing it exactly on my 1 1/4 line. So making sure I'm getting that right on that score line for all 4 sides. Okay, there's the bottom of our box. And for the top, since I want it to be just a tad larger to fit over my bottom, I'm going to line it up on the 1 1/4, but I'm just going to go a smidge on the inside of it. I'm going to pull it back just a hair so I can make that just a tad bit larger. Because see, if I was to push right on the line, it's going to be just as tight as this one. So I want to pull it back just a tad. And then we're going to score a little bit lighter just because this is designer series paper. So again, just pulling back from that 1 1/4 inch line. So if I go to the line, I know I've gone too far. Pull back just a tad. Find my 1 1/4 and just a skosh pull back. Okay, that is what we need for our box. Then we are going to now looking at our box with the length, we're going to come in here and we are going to cut up on our score lines on the long sides. Flip it around, do the same thing over here. Now, if you want to make sure it's going to fit flush, you can do the little wedging. So just wedge your inside length here. Just do a little wedge on that. Or some people call it mitering it. Okay, we're going to do the same exact thing on our lid. So with it being long, we're going to cut up those score lines. And I'm stopping at that score line that we ran that way. Okay. Again, we're going to wedge the inside. Okay, just like that. Now we're going to fold on all of our lines. Make sure we get our little flaps folded. And we can use our bone folder to get these a little bit crisper folds. Gonna do some crispy critters. Okay, open it, crisp our ends. Okay, set that one aside. We're gonna do the same exact thing on our bottom of our box. Okay, like so. We're gonna grab our glue and we're gonna hold this in, and we're gonna take our little square flaps at all four corners and we're gonna fold those inside of our box. So what we're gonna do for that is, because we don't wanna see those, we're going to take some glue and just put it on the inside, and then make sure that touches all the way to the score line, and then fold that up on that box. Okay, same thing over here. Make sure we've got that on the inside. Fold that up. And I make sure I push down on the inside of this to make sure it's going right against this score line down here, to hold that and make sure that box is completely squared off. Remember, our tabs are going to the inside. Okay, and let's do this last one here. Okay, make sure that's good and square, which it is, perfect. Or I guess it's more rectangle than it is square, but you see what I'm saying. And then let's take our inside, our corner flaps, and we're going to put those on the inside of our lid. Okay, make sure that's all squared. Okay, fold these in. And fold that one in. There's the lid to our box. Let's make sure this fits. Well, if my box would stop caving in on itself. Okay, there we go. So that's our box. So let's pull this back apart. And look what I have. I have Ferrero Rocher. Let's open these. And maybe they don't want you to get into these. They make you have to work to get your yummies. So you can put 1, 2, and 3 in there. Isn't that cute? Put our little lid on. Now my lid is a little bit snug, but I don't want my lid falling off, so that's actually a good thing. Our lid fits right on there like so. I'm going to come in with some more of this cute ribbon here and do the same thing. I'm just going to tie a little knot on there. So our box matches our card. I'm going to slide that down. I'm going to take just a small little strip of white here. And my stamp set, which is right here. And I think I'm going to do 'Tis the Season. And I think this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that in Pool Party. Oh, I was like, where is my Pool Party? It's all the way at the very, very bottom. So just like so. Okay, and then we're gonna trim this down. So I'm gonna go to about a 1/2 inch there. That looks fabulous. And if I can get my hands to work, I'm going to keep it a little bit long because we're gonna just put a little glue dot and put that underneath. But I am going to come down here and just flag the end of this. So just making a line up the center and then coming in on both corners like so. And we can either take a mini glue dot or we can pop those up. Let's see, let's grab actually some dimensionals and not do the mini glue dot. Okay, just like that. And then I'm gonna hold that up. Just like that. Isn't that so stinking cute? So look at our card and matching little candy box. Is that not the cutest thing ever? Oh, now who wouldn't love receiving a fabulous little gift like that? So super easy. You saw that that was pretty quick. Again, with the scoring on this, it's all the same around the whole box. So it's not like you have to remember a whole lot of measurements. Both the top and the bottom are the same exact size. So I will make sure I put those measurements over on my blog for when this video goes live. All right, you guys, please enjoy, have fun recreating this with so many of our gorgeous papers to have fun with this. All right, see you guys tomorrow for project number 10.